I was thinking yesterday.
We're good to go? All right. We're going to do it earlier or later? I mean, boo.
Huh?
Right now.
All right.
Live?
Yeah, we're live. Welcome, everybody, to Season 3, Episode 20 of Motivate Me 313's podcast, which is also Motivate Me 313's 100th episode. And I want to quickly say that it's the 100th episode for all three shows. So it's actually 300 altogether. Wow. But this is Motivate Me 313's 100th episode, alhamdulillah. So 1, 2, 3.
Can't believe I just did that.
All right.
Hey, this brought some memories back.
Oh yeah.
Birthday parties don't even have these no more.
They don't do a lot no more.
Yeah.
They don't know how to have fun. With that said, Season 3, Episode 100 of Motivate Me 313's podcast. We're here to celebrate, alhamdulillah, for reaching this milestone. We're excited. We got the crew in the building today. We brought Moti from the Fantasy Guys, but he's also what do they call him when you
I'm the relief pitcher.
Yeah, the relief pitcher, but I'm talking about when somebody
Dual.
No, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I don't know why I lost
like
the
when
word.
the actors, like the person that goes
A stunt double?
Yeah, like no, it's something else. I know what you're talking
All
about.
right, but with that said, Moti's in the building. Of course, you got myself.
Multiple hats.
He does.
Yeah.
You know?
He definitely does. You got myself, Omar T. To the left of me, you got Big Sis Abir. To the left of her, you got Sada T. And I guess if we are going to have a guest, it's going to be Big Sal, King Big Sal, 80 pounds on the scale. Yeah, like how my tough fade. Yep. Shout out to Sal, man. Funny guy. We brought him back. We said, why not? Why not bring him back? You guys can see the decorations in front of us. Decorations, behind us as well. We got cookies from Sweet Scoops _W. We appreciate them. They wanted to give us cookies. I was like, you know what, man? It's the perfect time to do this for our 100th episode. So, we're going to enjoy ourselves some cookies from them as well. And we're going to just talk about some of the past memories, past shows. And then we even got some scenarios that we're going to discuss. So we're looking forward to all that today. Be sure, first of all, to follow us on all of our socials. You have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you want to call in, the number is 313-306-1750. Again, 313-306-1750. Feel free to call in, say what you got to say. Shout out to our sponsors as well. We appreciate them and all their support. There would be no 100 or 300 episodes without these guys as well and ladies. So shout out to the Balkan House, Juice Box, Qahwah House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy. We appreciate them and all their support. And heck, we're going to give a shout out to Unique Coney Island and Sid Bees as well today because, all the sponsors, they mean a lot to us. We appreciate them. And like I said, we would not be here if it wasn't for them. So let's go ahead and shout out to the sponsor that, the guy, Juice Box, Hakeem low-key has been there since, day one. He's been a supporter anytime we needed him. So we're going to start off with Juice Box. I'm talking about back in the days, even when we were in Delight Cafe, Moti.
Yeah.
Hakeem was always there to support.
Great guy.
Great guy. And, we stopped by today at this week at their spot. So shout out to Juice Box. Then we're going to get this show rolling, Yusuf. So shout out to Juice Box.
All right, Yusuf, I want you to envision this with me, okay? Imagine you just had a long day at work, and all you want is a nice, cool, refreshing drink to top it all off. Do you know where you stop by at, Yusuf?
It's got to be Juice Box.
It's definitely Juice Box. If you're looking for a place with the best smoothies, milkshakes, ice cream, cereal bars, and slushies, then Juice Box is your one-stop shop. You can try things like their Biscoff or Nutella shakes, crepes, watermelon blast, strawberry burst, or mango smoothies. And if you're looking for a place to hang out, they have a comfortable outdoor patio/courtyard area that you and your friends can enjoy while trying those delicious drinks. So be sure to stop by Juice Box. They have a Hamtramck location right there on Joseph Campo, with more locations coming soon. You'll be sure to leave there with a big smile on your face. You'll also be able to order your drinks from the new Juice Box app, which will also be coming soon. It will be downloadable on all of your smartphone devices.
All right, we're officially back, ready to get this show rolling.
So I want to say something.
Yes.
We're all matching. We're all like the same vibe. Like, what's going on? We didn't
even plan this. We didn't plan this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Great minds.
We knew what the 100th episode.
No, that's that brother-sister love.
Well, today, one of my coworkers
intuition.
was like, "Are you guys gonna like match? Are you matching with your sister?" I was like, "No, we're just gonna go on the show." I'm like, "Look, subhanallah."
Why?
Shout out to Katie Brello.
Why did she answer that question?
Because she was like, I was telling her today's our 100th episode. She's like, are you going to go home and change? I was like, no, I'm just going to wear what I'm wearing right now. And then she's like, oh, you guys are not going to match or, dress up. And I was like, no.
I thought about my outfit yesterday. I was on the phone with Rena and I said, hey, it's the 100th episode. Help me pick out an outfit. So I put effort in.
I think
You look nice, but I thought about it.
change.
Sada, when you lay that outfit on the bed, I had one of the kids go peek at it. And I had one of my friends text me from Salina. So that's why I came up with this outfit.
Okay.
And Moti seen me today, so that he got the color.
There you go.
Surprise.
With Big Sal rocking shorts in the middle of winter, that's what he do. That's what Big Sal do.
These young bucks out here, man, they something else.
So we're going to get it rolling with the basic question of what does 100 episodes mean to you? And I'm going to start off with the guy actually that's in the back right there. That's, been there pounding away at the laptop and making sure the cameras are good and making sure the cameras are rolling, So I'm going to start off with that guy right there. So Yusuf, the question is very basic and it's what does the 100 episodes mean to you? And again, remember, this is a 100th episode. It was the final show that hit the 100. But all 3 shows hit 100, alhamdulillah. The Movement, the Fantasy Guys, and MotivateMe313. So it's actually the 300th episode, but, we say 100 because it's for this show right here. Yusuf.
Yeah, so for the 100th episode, what it just tells me is that, we continued this for 100 times and we didn't stop. We continued growing with every answer that we said. And it's great to see the growth within everybody. 100 is a great milestone, but like you said, this is 100 for MotivateMe313. We had 300 altogether, and that's a huge step. And man, it will continue on, and it's a great step, it's non-stop. Just keep going.
Shout out to Yusuf, Big Bro Moti, gonna go with you. Al-Akhir Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
So who started that laugh now?
We have grown since that moment.
Yeah, we have. No, we've done some funny moments. But go ahead, Moti. What does 100 episodes mean to you, man?
Yeah, man. Since the beginning, I've been here, and honestly, every year, like Yusuf said, it's just been growing, and I've been growing myself too, as far as a speaker. I'm always wanted to be behind the scenes guy. I'm not a guy. I'm a private guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I like to put my life, out there and stuff, and but this show helped me be, become a better speaker. To be honest with you, I didn't in front of my friends. I'm the talker. You know what I'm saying? I'm the funny guy, but when the cameras or there's a bunch of people like an audience and stuff, I want to challenge myself to speak in those environments. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, this show, believe it or not, those cameras play as the audience, you know what I'm saying, to me, as far as that pressure, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you forget what you want to say, but, like I said, every show, every time I come here for a reason, of course to support you, of course to believe in what, what you're building here, but, it's also for myself too, I'm doing it for myself, and, every year's gone better, inshallah it's going to keep getting better, man, I'm here.
There you go. Big sis, same question to you. What does 100 episodes mean to you, Abir?
It shows consistency.
Yeah.
And it shows what consistency could build. And honestly, I'm very proud of you and what you've created. You've created a space for us to speak our minds, to meet new people, to learn new things. And that's what it means. It just shows me the result of consistency.
Sada?
Yes, I'm going to piggyback on all of their answers because they were all great. I think it showed me really how creative you are and how you're expressing yourself, and I think it's really cool for me to be a part of that. So kudos to you. You're doing great. We're just we're here to support you, but it's your dream, and I love seeing it unfold and seeing how the consistency and how much effort you put in there. Think about it. That's 300 episodes of your mind and your
creative juices.
Yes, it's literally all you. So like I said, I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm honored to know that I'm your sister. You know what I mean? Being able to be so proud of you. And inshallah, more and more and more. And like Muhammad said, we're here.
Appreciate you guys. And first of all, can you give yourself and everyone else in this room a round of applause? I mean, I guess I can answer this question too. And basically, 100 episodes just means, one, it speaks a lot about, first of all, being grateful for what you have. Because, obviously having 300 episodes, so many different things can go wrong. So you have to say alhamdulillah, and thank Allah for every single opportunity that has been presented, the ups and the downs. Because I'm not going to lie to you, you probably learn more about the downs than you do the ups. So, all those prepare you for these moments. You got to be also thankful for the team that you have around you. Everybody that's in this room shows up every single day. Even when the ones that are not here, they show up. They put in the work. They prepare for the shows. They get prepare for the episodes. So I'm thankful for them. I'm grateful. And then inshallah, like we all pretty much said, it's just keeping it going. You just got to keep it rolling. And Abid mentioned consistency. We got to continue to be consistent. Inshallah, for the next 100. For all 3 episodes as well, and we just keep it pushing. So thank you all that are in this room. Seriously, I appreciate you guys so much. Without them, and also the people that follow, the people that watch, the people that send the questions, all of our, I don't want to call them fans.
Sometimes people give us ideas.
Great ideas,
suggestions, all of that.
We mentioned sponsors earlier. Shout out to the sponsors as well. Big supporters. Without them, I'm going to be honest with you. Like my goal was, I wasn't trying to spend money out of my pocket. The goal was to get sponsors so that they can help support this. And everything you see is also from the support of sponsors as well. So we appreciate them.
Part of the
and
team.
We're grateful. Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's part of the team.
For sure. So we appreciate you all that are the sponsors, the people that watch. Obviously, you guys are the ones that motivate us as well, the team. And I got to give a shout out to my wife too, because, she might not be on camera, but she does so much behind the camera for me that gets it to where it is today. I know she already mentioned Choop. We appreciate her. I appreciate her so much. And I'm going to be honest with you. Again, there would probably be no Oz Media without her, being there for me every single time and just making sure that everything is taken care of so that I can do this right here. And it's not easy. All the time that's devoted to this. So thank you to everyone. That's what 100 episodes mean to me, showing, teamwork and being grateful for what we have, alhamdulillah for everything. And so leading up to the next question, I know Moti was kind of saying it, but what have you learned in this process from being on the show, and kind of having 100 episodes? It's almost like having practice for 100 different times. So Sada, I'm looking at you, so you can start us off with this one. Like, what have you learned about yourself?
I could definitely say one, like you said, speaking, because like I feel like before I was kind of more shy in a sense, and it was coming out of being like scared to be vulnerable. So what I learned is it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to like just be myself. And every single time we're on the show, like I'm learning something. I'm again meeting someone new, like I've said. So it's like it's always an experience. It's never just like something where like I'm dragging myself to go and go here. Like it's an experience that comes out of the outcome that comes out of is always something that that ends up going to my personal life that's going to help it.
I love that. I mean, what have you learned about yourself?
I have learned so much from the show, honestly. Every single guest, every single experience that they share, every single story, their life, it literally taught me that you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
And growing up, I didn't have that mindset. Like, this is sad to say. I've learned that, hey, I am who I say I am. I know it's an Eminem, little whatever plug, but it really is. And there is people that are out there that will support you. And those are the people that you need to focus on.
Yeah.
I think that's what I learned overall.
I like that answer too. I want to give a shout out to Kel Trey. We call him the biggest fan of Oz Media. Choop, may Allah allow it to grow. E-Block for life. We here for you, Coach, like always. And then Anonymous said, I've been here since day one. We appreciate you as well, Anonymous. Then Emma did some heart emojis. Shout out to Cal Trey, man. You're another one of those people, man. I appreciate you, Cal Trey, for all that you've done as well. Sometimes there are times where Cal Trey be the only man watching and he'll be commenting. So shout out to Cal Trey. Much love to you. Moti, I know you kind of touched on this already, but maybe you want to add on to like what have you learned about yourself, throughout this process?
Yeah, I mean, I try to tune in to every show, I'm saying. I even comment to you personally about how that show went or what could have been better. But yeah, man, your guests, man, you had so much different guests from different backgrounds and different stories. Like, to be honest with you, that to me is the best part to me.
Mm-hmm.
The guests and, you get to hear their stories, you get to hear their ups and downs, and like Abir said, man, like, you know, you kind of look at life, your own life.
You
know
get
what I'm
inspired.
saying? Inspired. Even like if you're down. Like I remember you guys had a guest, and the headline was "Be grateful for what you have." You know, I think a lot of people need to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, including myself, because I sometimes need to be grateful too.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I'm with that part, like the inspiration from the guests, the advice from the guests, the stories from the guests,
The lesson.
the lessons from the guests. Yeah, those are the ones that I look at and that I look back and, you know.
Well, you know, someone else gave some great lessons last week, and that was King Big Sal, all right? We need to put him on the mic right quick. So, Sal, I know you've only been on the show a couple times, but why do you enjoy being on the show? Like, what's something that you get out of it? You know what I'm saying?
To talk about my life and stuff, what I've been doing, giving some inspiration to people.
Do you feel like that you also learn how to be a good public speaker, like learning how to talk in front of people too?
Yeah, my first show I was shy. I didn't really want to talk, but now I'm normal.
All right, and then do any of your friends ever watch the show where like maybe they come up to you and then they ask you or anything like that?
Yeah.
What do they say? Like what do they tell you?
They talk about how I have a good show. They say when I'm gonna be next show and stuff. And in social studies class, my 4th hour, I got like some people saying King Sal, King Sal, King Sal, and I was like my supporters.
Do they ever ask you like, can they be on the show?
No, only like one person, like Yusuf.
Okay.
Yusuf,
Do they
speaking of
ask you?
Yusuf,
Sorry, do they ask you for shout outs?
Yeah.
Okay.
speaking of Yusuf, what's one thing that you learned about yourself, Yusuf, in this whole process?
Similar to what Muhammad said with the guests that come in on the show, learning what they had to say, especially fantasy guys, like about for example the LOL league. I know nothing about it, but just from what they say and how the league runs, I get to know more people and stuff. And just getting knowledge from Motivate Me 313 from the guests that we bring on from there, and then of course the Movement podcast. I'm part of that as well, in which I'm able to speak what I have to say. It's just all 3 shows I'm a huge part of, and I love it. That's what I probably get out of it, most likely.
Sweet. Shout out to Yusuf Thab. Like I said, man, he's the engineer behind it all. KK's, this is either reality or reality, said, hey, Mr. Thabits, how are you? You know, come on and celebrate the 100th episode with us. And then now we're going to move on to the most memorable episodes. And I had a very unique answer to this one, so I was like, it's pretty cool that she did this. And so basically the next question is like, what are some of the most memorable episodes you've had, or the most memorable one? And so Abir, how did you approach this one?
So, not to be biased, because I'm a part of the show, I was just like, wow, I can't pick which one, and I was like, let me look through all the episodes. I went back to season 1, and then I'm noticing, I'm like, wow, Allahumma, we had a lot of topics, and I'm like, let me write these topics down and like just name them for you guys. This is how many topics we've talked about. We've talked about Yemen. We talked about the vaccine. We talked about grief and loss, premarital preparation, knowing your worth, toxicity. We had issues saying that. We had mayor debates. We had a show about following your dreams, would you rather, finding the right spouse, role models, cooking shows, using your voice, monetary issues in marriage, Muslims in entertainment, parenting, importance of parents, buying a home, real estate, Bosnia, taxes, Black History Month, women empowerment, coaching, policing in the community, becoming an author, nonprofit organizations, who's more toxic, male and females, brotherhood, elected officials we had on the show, roles in marriage. We talked about vision boards, having a second chance after prison, racism, diversity, inclusion, life coaching, fundraisers, live fundraisers on the show, family businesses, the coffee industry, friendship, Sudan, physical health, environmental sustainability, illnesses, finding peace, community updates, mental health, Islamic topics, especially during Ramadan. We had comedians on the show, blended families, positive influencers, multiple of them, women empowerment, multiple of them, suicide prevention, adapting to cultural norms, anti-bullying, art, show about art, disabilities, unity, addiction, multicultural marriages, divorce, adoption in Islam, having a seat at the table, being underrepresented, philanthropy, women in media, UAW strike, childhood trauma. We talked about Palestine multiple times, family relationships, mentoring the youth, and last but not least, I think this is my favorite, is having all the different women pioneers.
Go ahead and give that a round of applause.
That was a lot of
As she's
topics.
going through them, I'm trying to remember each show, and it's hard to almost remember
Hey,
each
well,
show.
Well, I went through memory lane. with
We
that.
might need to do a part 2 on some of those.
Yeah, that's what I was
there's some good
thinking.
topics. I'm like,
Especially
yeah,
at
that's
the
a good
beginning.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some good topics. And that's just from, like she mentioned, Motivate
Just
Me.
motivate me.
Yeah.
It wasn't the youth. It wasn't the
Fancy guys. Yeah. So.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy. And alhamdulillah, and, you know, the goal is, you know, I always say the guest is the topic. So shout out to you guys that, you know, come on the show, Allah. Like, we appreciate you guys so much. You know, and she mentioned Women Pioneers is her favorite. Like, we've had a lot of women that not only come on the show, which is already a huge step. Like, that was kind of like the vision of this whole thing, was to make people comfortable coming on the show to talk about topics that they're, you know, they have a background in. But it's then those women turning their show into multiple shows by reaching out to multiple people. So shout out to you guys one more time for that watch and that support. You know, we appreciate you guys so much. Moti, do you have a favorite one on the top of your head, or is the ones that we just laugh and clown and have a good time on there?
I like to be around people that make me laugh, you know, so I try to return the favor and, you know, try to make them laugh because like I mentioned earlier, you don't know what somebody's going through, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people like to hide it, including myself. So I like to be around people with a good energy. So episode that comes to my mind that I ain't gonna lie, I probably watched like 20 times. All right?
Really?
Do the
No,
mullah?
no. It's actually a clip. It's not even the whole episode. It was the clip when
Sophie, Nabil.
Nabil, and Fahmi, and then we were talking about those.
Boom Philly. Yeah, played those prime times.
Yeah, that part had Hussein had the whole room. Even you had all you guys cracking up. Like I felt like I was like a moment. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's Moti.
Yeah.
That's Moti being Moti.
Your true colors were able to show.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Sada? What you got?
I have two. Now thinking about it, and they're both with Muhammad in there. It was, well, maybe, I don't know if he was on that one. It was the one with Kershira, if I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, he was on
Moti
there.
was in there.
That was hilarious.
Moti got canceled.
Hey,
Moti got
Yes,
canceled.
and that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not doing those no
I
more,
feel
by
like the
I thought that was the one you were referring to about doing it again.
I like those topics.
that was hilarious, and I think that we had a lot of like people calling in and asking us things and stuff like that. So like I feel like
That was back in the beginning about that.
that
Yeah.
was like the beginning of you
No,
know
season
one of
one.
mine. No, two.
Was?
Yeah.
No. Are you
Yeah.
sure? Okay.
That was on it too.
You were,
was-
you
yeah,
were
but
in
you're in
season one
season
towards
one.
the
No,
end.
yeah, I understand that, but the first one I ever did was this. My second favorite one was the one about marriage when we did
Finding the right spouse.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the one
yeah.
I was just featured in.
Hey, I had some good points by the way, man. So
You know, I
check it out,
sometimes,
y'all.
wallah, I would randomly hear. Sometimes I will randomly like watch that one, and I will just like not even about laughing. It's just that we were having a great conversation,
we were.
and it was because it was us, and we said that in the video where like sometimes we didn't even know these opinions that we had.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's even sometimes I feel like when I go back, I'm like, wow, I have a little bit different opinion now.
Oh yeah,
Like when you grow, you like change a
I
little bit.
mean, listen, my opinion always stays, but I would probably say it differently because I mean, you don't.
Listen, we're gonna
nowadays.
keep it on the episode.
Alright.
We're gonna do a part
We need to
two.
make part two.
Hold on. Make sure we
Our
do it.
100 fell.
When Moti's on the camera. Hold on, Sal. Just make sure we do that when Moti's on the camera. But going on to this one then, Moti. Hold on, Sal. Basically, the next thing that I would say to you then is what would you want to see now in the next 100 episodes? Actually, you know what? Yusuf, my bad. Yusuf, well, we didn't get Yusuf for this one. Any memorable episodes from the top of your head, Yusuf? Or was it some of the challenges that we used to do? I think those used to be fun for sure with the Movement podcast. That was a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Challenges he brought me up, especially the Detroit Pell one when we went all around. That was a great time. And also another challenge. I believe we had the home run derby.
That was fun.
Coach as
We got to
well.
do that again for sure, the home run derby.
Yeah, just anytime when we're outside playing, staying active, that's probably the best times.
Yep, there you go. So Moti, going back to you now. What do you want to see in the next 100, inshallah?
Growth, man, growth, and
Go ahead, Sal.
I think not only like your followers went up, I think your popularity went up too, as far as with the community and outside the community. I think a lot of people are starting to notice you. So hopefully with that,
Saleh.
Sal, I need my camera time, big dog. Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, because it was
with
right
the
there.
balloon,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hopefully with that, what I'm saying, you get some more notable people up here. But you know, as far as the topics, man, you know, keep the topics going, man. I've been just named off some great topics. I just want to see, you know, a couple of those part twos, but more topics, because everything is always happening around the world. There's always, you know, my kid texted me this when he got out of school. He texted me something, and I just looked at him. I was like, why is he thinking about this stuff? Like, you know, but which is a good topic, but you know, we'll discuss some other time.
All right, Abir, what do you want to see? Next 100.
I want just, you know, more topics that people can relate to. I love when we get vulnerable on the show. I like that. I like where we can grow our network as well and highlight some more, you know, amazing women.
Sarah?
For sure, being able to have the community more involved and just kind of like being able to serve the community and, you know, all around the world where they feel like that it's just a safe space to even listen to, and to have them like to have our people come in and also to be able to listen.
Big Sal, what do you want to see in the next 100 episodes? More Big Sal?
Yep, be on the show, the movement.
Sal's been itching for that, by the way, so shout out to Sal. Anonymous said, I remember David Moti debate on Jordan and LeBron.
Even that one, I won't do it again. But like I said, those are moments, you know. Say like Moti taking one for the team, man. Anything for little big bro, man.
Remember cancel Moti? That was so funny.
Hey,
that was a great one.
I went back to look at the first ever episode. It was the vaccine one. And I did not like that episode.
Oh my God.
I did not like that.
I
didn't
hated
like
that
how
episode.
I showed, even the way I got worked up on that episode too, and I didn't like that.
Oh yeah.
It was
Was that your first? That was your
the
first time
ever episode.
No,
yes.
because we did a episode before that. It was woman empowerment.
No, it was episode 1. I saw it.
Yeah, but that was like the first episode that we did here in the studio. But we remember before we did a Zoom call. I don't know if you remember this. It was like a woman empowerment Zoom call. That was like the first time we actually recorded something with you in it, and that was like the one that kind of gave you the confidence.
Who was
yeah.
it? Who was on there?
It was a few women. I think Deja was on there, right?
I think.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, the sisters.
Sisterhood or something.
No.
What?
Social off. Aaliyah sisters.
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also the skincare.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah. Yep. So shout out to those
Yeah, I
people.
remember that.
We're gonna take a quick break. Give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is we're gonna give a shout out to Qahwah House. We appreciate Qahwah House and all their support. Of course, Ibrahim, another guy who's been on the show twice. We had him for season 1 and then for season 3. We appreciate him and all his support. Qahwah House, thank you. So go ahead and give him a shout out. We're gonna keep it rolling.
You know, if you're ever in need of some coffee, then you have to stop by the best place in the country. You know what that is, Yusuf?
Yeah, man, it's gotta be the Qahwah House.
It's definitely the Qahwah House. It's the first Yemeni coffee shop of its kind. You can stop by Qahwah House to try their famous Yemeni lattes, Adani shahis, mafawad, and jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries, such as the Yemeni favorite sabaya, everything mini bites, and they even serve sambusas. They have locations in Michigan, New Jersey, New York, and Illinois, with more locations coming to a state near you. So no matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by Qahwah House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. Also, don't forget to download the new Qahwah House app. You can now order your coffee and go, skipping the line entirely. It's like having your own personal barista.
All right. First of all, can we give a quick shout out? Yusuf, you want to bring this camera
I'll hold this.
as close as you can, pretty much, to me. Basically, want to give a shout out quickly to Sweet Scoops _W, right? So, subhanallah, a great friend of ours. Shout out to Hamoud and Mo Ghazali, Nagi Ghazali, Umar Ghazali, the whole Ghazali family. We grew up with them. Shout out to these guys. Me and Hamoud had a lot of battles on the playing fields. Hamoud's a great athlete. Mo Ghazali also a great athlete. It's actually a debate. Actually, that's a good debate. It's actually who's a better
Mahmoud
athlete.
or Mo?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, come on. Mo came on late.
He did, but I think Mo got it like Now,
overall,
because
I think Mo got overall.
But Hamid was a dog, you know, in football,
he was.
and basketball, and in baseball, to be honest with you. So, anyways, then their family started up an Instagram page, sweetscoops_W, where they make cookies. I believe they make pretty much everything. Cookies is one of them, So they wanted to make sure that they, they said, hey, can you give us a shout out? You know what? The 100th episode would be the perfect time. We want to celebrate. So feel free to grab yourselves a cookie while we're talking. They got this. What is it? This is new. The Biscoff cookies, double chocolate cookies, Reese cup cookies, cheesecake cookies,
Those look amazing, man.
double
Yeah, I can't
chocolates,
wait.
M&Ms, caramel pecans, s'mores, all the above. Forever Rocher, they do it all. Again, sweetscoops_W. Follow them on Instagram. We tag them on our story as well. You got Billy Buckets, Coach Tizzle, my boy. Love my Thabit brothers. Shout out to Billy Buckets. Billy, we need to know. Abby's giving us the taste test right now. How is it?
What flavor is
I've
that?
been waiting to
Lotus?
try this since I broke it.
Can I get the
earlier.
Reese cup one right here, man? I didn't try this Reese cup one. Shout out to Billy
Lotus
Buckets, Moti.
cheese stuff.
Don't listen to him. He's playing in a charity game. I guarantee it. But what are you about to say?
Billy Buckets and the whole Farhat family. Remember we had Bass on here. Great family as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if he plays, I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't get it. What does that do to us?
Ooh.
He's not on my scouting report.
Wow. Can we get an air horn for that one or something? You know what I'm saying? And also what we're talking about is the charity game, which obviously you'll be seeing me pushing it a lot more in these next couple of weeks because we got some videos about to be released where we're getting the mayors involved, inshallah. But with that said, by the way, the cookie was delicious. That's the Reese cup one.
I'm obsessed with this.
That Reese
strawberry
cup one was very good,
Oh,
by
is
the
it
way,
strawberry
mashallah.
one?
It's a strawberry. How did you know it was strawberry?
Yeah, how did
How'd you
I
spot
could
it?
see the little sparkles.
The cranberries, maybe?
Oh my god, it's so good. You
Big
guys.
Sal trying to get one, so go ahead, Big Sal. That boy
we're
lead.
gonna eat first.
All right. So,
Yeah, we're gonna eat.
by the way, charity game Friday, March 8th. Mark your calendars. Inshallah, should be a great time in Hamtramck Community Center. I'm looking forward to it. I think inshallah is going to be a great time. Like I said, both teams getting ready for that one. Tell Coach Tickle, be prepared for the big tickets. So, I mean, listen, Billy Buckets, I already know, unless they decide to go some other routes in terms of how they're going to select people, Billy Buckets ain't going to turn that down. All right. So with that said, scenario time. Okay. I'm going to give these, my brothers and nephews, sisters and nephew here scenarios, and we're going to answer it. All right. So the first one is, and think about this. I saw this on Instagram. I actually saw on someone else's Instagram. I had them send it to me, so we appreciate them for sending that. So if you were in a room with everyone you met, who would be the one you look for? So I think it said everyone you met. Yeah, but I guess everyone you met in your entire life.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
So
okay.
if you're in a room with everyone you met in your entire life, I guess who would be the one you look for? And listen, I don't want things to be weird, but I'll definitely be looking for
yeah.
Baba.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like recently, it was that moment it hit me. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I miss Baba right now. I want to have a conversation with him, hear what he has to say. But that would definitely be the one that I would look for, just to have a conversation and tell him how things been, pretty much. So that's kind of my answer.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you. No, when you gave me this question, I was like, what does he mean? Does he mean dead or alive? When you said it right now, dead or alive, I automatically thought about Baba because I'm a parent and I want to be able to see my son like in the future. You know what I'm saying? And Allah yarhamah, my dad had us and he was a lot older, and we were raised and we were he was at his prime. He was older. He had a lot of sicknesses. And it just hurts sometimes, like, to go through, like, milestones and him not be there to, like, see it. Because I know he would be proud. And I know, I want him to see these things. And if I went to a room that are people, I would run up to him and be like, hey, Bah, guess what? I got my own house. I got, Ramsey's this. It would just be that.
For sure. How about you, Sarah?
Definitely what you guys said. Just being able to, like, go, like, would run up to him and just, like, again, like, just tell him what's been going on, or just knowing that things would be different if he wasn't here, really just kind of makes you look in different perspectives, where, like, even if it was like how it is, and just running up to him and just being able to kind of, like, again, get advice, or just be able to have a conversation how he's doing. It's not even about me, like, just to figure out, like, how he would be doing. It would definitely, like, it's priceless. I would definitely be the happiest girl in the world.
I'm able to put him on game, but
Yeah.
how life is.
Moti?
First of all, Raw, inshallah, I'll get to see him again and again now.
Inshallah.
First of all.
Allah.
Yeah, that was you guys changed things up right there, man. Yeah, I mean, I get it, Pops, you know what I'm saying, definitely, but if it was somebody, but going back to that, see how you guys all reacted to, Baba, but you also could look at the people, don't take people for granted sometimes, right,
Oh,
guys?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Enjoy the people that are living, because you never know, anybody could go any day,
Yeah.
anytime.
Celebrate them while they're alive.
Celebrate them for sure, but he's definitely a legend. But I'm gonna go with my co-host of the Fantasy Guys, man. I got so much respect for Fahmy. I've been privileged to know him. Like, he's been in my life since I was a teenager. Even when even through the ups and downs, he's been there for me. He always gave me great advice. And this is going back to I love Hakeem and everything, right? But those guys like Fahmy, Hakeem, the outside world, even myself, the outside world might judge you, but I only judge people how they treat me, And those two guys are very, very great guys, man. Like I always tell people all the time, if you really want to judge a person, judge how many people show up to his funeral. All right? Those two guys' funeral, I guarantee it is gonna be people outside of the masjid. That's how much impact they had on people on people's lives.
Sal, I know you're still young, but if you were in a room with everybody that you've met, who would you go to first?
Big Pops.
You want to explain why, or you're just going to leave it like that?
Because when I was young, bro, he knew my whole life. Because the people that I just met them.
I feel like this is a lesson that Mehmet taught. Listen, man, I'm your dad. Everybody else you met, you just met them. I knew you since you.
Oh, for sure.
No, Big Sal's.
No, let him
being
finish,
for real.
let him
Yeah, he's being for real. Go ahead. He's being for real too. He's being for real. Go ahead.
Because I just met them. Like, I know my dad when I was born. The people I just met them. Like, I didn't even know their parents. I didn't even know their age. I know my dad the most. So I'll talk to him.
You know what's crazy? Sorry, I know you're gonna switch to the next question. But like, if I really was in a room with everybody that I met, the first people that I would gravitate towards is my family.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd find my family first, and then like be like, oh, the teachers that I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of people that impacted my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we gonna look for Mr. Rogowski?
Yeah, I'll definitely have a conversation. Like, if, we separate the time where to do that. May Allah grant him Jannah. Said GE750. I feel like somebody did tell me who that person was. I just forgot. And Shayman put the eyes and heart emoji. Shayman, our sister, that is. So, not the eyes, the face with the googly eyes. So, with that said, number 6, the next question is, this is an interesting one. If someone gave you a box of everything you ever lost, what would be the first thing you look for? I'm just going to quickly say, I don't know why. Recently, I mean, because my buddies from MSU, we sometimes text during games, and I was gonna ask him this, and I'm gonna ask him this next time we send the messages. Is we got no photos of when we played sports together, and it's like, and also us, even when I was coaching like the young fellas, like nothing, we got nothing from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, like I wish it was in this day and age where we would have definitely been getting some capturing some film, but I got nothing from the days that we had when I was in college and we played games together. I remember I used to rock a machete while we used to play football, and they'll tell you that. It used to be hilarious. Like, I used to rock, I don't know, I thought it was cool. And so, like, I would love to see, like, college me with all my, buddies. Just, we took I don't even know if we did take a picture, but, we'd love to see a picture of that, or even some videos of us, me coaching in baseball or something like that. Like, we got nothing. We just got the memories in our heads, but that's what I would see, Who wants to go next? I mean, it's hard. I don't think I would.
It was hard for me. This question was really, really hard for me. But if you're like with what you said, I would definitely say also to my childhood, because I don't know, like, I don't have a lot of pictures obviously in school and stuff like that. Like, I did a talent show and I won 2 talent shows, and I was like I won and stuff like that. That I wish I had a video of, or pictures of, things like that. But like, I was kind of thinking more like, I was really thinking really deep in this question. I was like thinking more like even personality wise, but I couldn't put the words together. So I was like,
what do you mean by personality?
Like,
you lost how you were?
like and it's like yeah, something specific, you know.
Like your innocence or your.
Yeah, well, it wasn't innocence,
I
but
know,
like it
I'm
was
just-
more like it was weird because I was thinking like it sounds stupid to say, but like kind of I miss kind of being more gullible because I was more innocent in a sense.
Yeah, that's
So, like I kind of miss that because I kind of seen the
like it was
world
stripped
more.
away from you.
Yeah, I've kind of seen the more of the world more like
Nitty-gritty.
yeah. Well, yeah, I seen the world more like softer, and I feel like now I see it more harder, which makes
What is it? What you always say? You do the time. You do the crime.
yeah,
You
you
do
do
the
the
crime,
time.
you do the crime.
You do the time. I'm very with that. But yeah, so that's kind of what I would look for because I think life was more simple when it was like that.
Abid, what would you look for?
Oh, she's going on her phone.
Yeah, and
no,
by the way,
I'm
I just
looking
want to
at the
repeat the question.
question.
It says, if
Yeah.
someone gave you a box of everything you ever lost, what would be the first thing
So
you
a
look
box,
for?
so physical.
Yeah.
Just memories. Like I guess the same thing that you guys would say. I'd love to see myself growing, as an adult. It would be cool to be able to see how I was and understand why I am the way that I am today.
Yeah.
Moti?
I mean, I don't want to give you a deep answer, so I'm gonna just give you a fun answer. My game tape, man. A lot of these people don't believe, man. I was that guy.
That's another one. That's a great one, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I'm not gonna
like-
lie. Like, just having a video of, like, your highlights, that'd be
Highlights,
sweet.
man. Like I swear, like people don't. I mean, I know Omar does. And probably Yusuf a little bit, but like these kids, even some of these nuke friends we meet, like they don't. Like I was really that guy, man. Like
No, he really was.
I don't want to. I mean,
Yeah.
Sada, well, this is not like me being a big head. I swear, I was really good at, at sports, man. I was a really good football player. I was a really good basketball player. I had baseball memories. Like I was really like one of the guys on the teams. Like for those like looking back here, those are like huge accomplishments if you could think
And
about
you
it.
got nothing to show for it. pretty much.
All I could do
All you
is
got is your word.
exactly. I be telling my kids all the time, and they just look at me sometimes like,
Mm.
man, he don't be doing that right now. It's different now, but I'll probably look at my game tape, man.
Salah, I know you're still young. What would you want?
Like a picture of my mama's mom.
Oh.
That's
Nice.
Hamha.
Like,
Why are you going deep? It's not like getting deep right now.
Because I never met her. Because I was born, she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Sal, man. Great answer. Yusuf, you got to do a double answer right quick. I didn't give you that last one. So if you're in the room with everyone you met, who would you want to talk to? And then if you were handed a box with everything you ever lost, I guess, what would you look for first?
First one's for sure my dad. Allah yarhamah. And then for the second one, man. For the second one, it would have to be just all the people that I met throughout school. Seeing how they are now and seing what they're up to.
Instagram.
No, I was kind of
different.
hoping someone had an answer like, like I lost a belt,
Yeah.
Like I was hoping someone would say that, but nobody said anything like that.
Show some money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back all my money.
Number 7, if you had a chance to revisit a moment in your past, which moment would you choose and what would you do differently, if anything? So think of a moment in the past that you wish you could revisit, and what would you do differently, if there's anything?
I'll start.
Go ahead, Sana.
I wish I took math and science more important when I was in middle school and high school, because I would have definitely loved to go into the medical field. I was so bad at them, like that I was so intimidated to want to
careers.
pursue careers in that sense, which that's something that I really 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 wish I did. And don't say, oh, you don't have time. No, I'm not learning. I can't. I'm very thankful where I am right now. Like, subhanAllah, everything works out and pans out the way it's supposed to be. I love my job, I love my career, but yeah, I would have, because that's where the money's at, and it's always on high demand.
Abir, what do you think? Or what would be your moment that you would revisit?
Summer 08.
Yemen?
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
period.
That's it.
Oh, and you would
I was
change
like,
it?
why would she want to
I mean,
go back?
no, because
Ram.
alhamdulillah, yeah. But it was I wish I was more. How about this? I just wish I said no to a lot of things that I said yes to, and a lot of things in my life. Like I just wish I was more confident in what I deserved and confident in what I want to do in my life, and I wish I had more control But everything is mixed too. So I can't say that. I don't like this question because
Yeah.
alhamdulillah ala kulli
Yeah,
hal.
alhamdulillah.
Don't make me. I don't want to like.
Yeah.
But
Moti?
alhamdulillah, guys.
I mean, it could be a positive thing. You just
I
want to
feel you.
revisit.
No, no.
A moment you want to revisit. Remember?
That's true. You're right.
I mean, I feel you too, because I think about that too. But everything happens for a
Yes.
reason. You were blessed, alhamdulillah. But no, I'm gonna go back to high school, man. I think in high school, I think if I took my studies and sports, because I always relied on natural talent. I never did the hard work. I ain't gonna lie. I never hit the weight room. I never stayed after practice or went to practice before. I never did all that stuff.
You didn't work year round.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, because we actually worked. I had a job, in high school while I was going to school and playing sports. So, those factor in. But those are things that was, it was a choice. And maybe if I would have done some extra things, maybe I would have, been more active.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Does Muhammad have anything from 8th grade basketball? He wanted to ask you that. Remember, it was
Who is that? Who is that, by the way?
is that Dennis? The last time?
Yeah. No, it's not Dennis.
Who is it?
I don't know who is it.
No, he said his name last time. If you want to do it again, I'm sorry, man. I remember he mentioned his name, but then he said, "I say my grandfather and my old basketball cards." That was his answer.
Nice.
His grandfather
That's
and
real.
old basketball cards.
That's real.
Those are some good answers too. Basketball cards, those
Yeah,
things
you
could be
used
worth.
to love those.
Man, they used to be in binders.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Ali probably still has them, and
I
to
would
be
say
honest
Ali
with you-
was the one that was really big on
It was
that.
the one.
and dude, those things be costing a lot of money now,
Grant
man.
Hill.
If he has the right card, Moti,
I mean,
I always wanted to ask him if he still has
it was
those cards.
actually ours. So if he's listening,
Am I included in the hours, or is that no?
I remember I used
I
to
don't know.
organize them with you guys too, so that means something.
We used to get, bro. He had a whole
probably-
bucket.
you probably gave us.
A couple.
No, you probably gave like Horace Graham.
Carlos Williamson. All right.
Hey, he had the gold cards too. The like.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm holographic.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Me revisiting I wish I could revisit my high school senior year one more time just to play football. The Hamtramck Cosmos haven't made the playoffs since I don't know when, Moti, Leo Wells days.
Yeah.
Like, and
Probably
so
99.
99, and I was in 2010, and now it's 2024, and they still haven't made it. So we were on track to making it. I wish there was a way I would have known to maybe help the situation out where wins got taken away, because we were on track to make it to the playoffs. And just that, it's like the Lions making the playoffs in a way, like a feeling of like you kind of get over a hump that you as you can see, it never happened again. So it's like, I wish we kind of had that moment back where I can,
I remember that excitement. I remember when you were putting up those yards and touchdowns, you were winning, and like Hamtramck was actually, what's going on Hamtramck? What's going on Hamtramck? And for you to be that quarterback for the team was crazy. I remember that.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting moment, and that's why I wish that, things were a little differently, but it is what it is. Like Abir said, alhamdulillah for everything. You got to keep rolling and keep it fighting. So, one last sponsors before we get to the last questions. Please feel free to share your answers as well. We're going to give a shout out to Balkan House. We appreciate them and their support as well. Balkan House, Juma always helping out and supporting. And then we're going to go over these last questions. So shout out to Balkan.
You know what, Yusuf, man? I'm in the mood for some Balkan food.
Yeah, man, me too.
Well, there's no better place to go for Balkan than the Balkan House restaurant. The Balkan House restaurant is famous for their doner kebab sandwiches. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? There are currently 2 Balkan House locations, one in Hamtramck and one in Ferndale. But they now also have 2 food trucks, so you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. If you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House restaurant.
All right, we're going to keep it rolling. We appreciate you guys for staying tuned in. Feel free to share any answers that you guys want as well, by the way. So next one is, if you could receive a letter from your future self, what advice or insight would you hope to find in it? So basically, your future self gives you a letter. What advice or insight would you want to find in it, like for right now, this moment? So I don't think we started with you in a while. Well, go ahead.
I would tell myself, see? Who's standing next to you? All you had to do is take care of yourself.
I mean, read that letter and she'll show us. We'll be like, oh, okay, that's whack.
No,
I get what you're
you know what I'm saying? Like, you wasted. Well, I like helping people, and I like being that person. But at the end of the day, like I wish I put myself first, like health wise.
Yeah.
I'm like ripping and running, and then it's like I forget about myself. So and also I want to be like all the hard work paid off. Like I want that too. I want to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Moti.
Big dog.
It got quiet.
There we go. Moti got a speech.
Big dog. We made it. Nah. Nah, but a future me would tell me, yo, I told you to be patient. With patience, we made it here, and you persevered and you got what you want in your life through patience. So kudos to you.
Kevin Moti was on the edge of Qahwah. You could hear it in his voice. He was on the edge.
I told you. I got tube media training, man.
There you go.
Through this,
There you go. Sal, I was about to call it Sal, but my bad, Sal. We haven't dished it to you yet, too. We got to dish it to you. What would you want your future self to tell you if any future insight or advice?
I would basically, like, I would want to tell myself that, when you have peace within yourself and when you fully accept yourself and you love yourself, you're going to go far. So wherever I'm at that moment, I just hope that I've gotten to a point where I fully depend on myself and love myself and have peace with myself and my surroundings, that I am content, So, especially, and health-wise. So, like, mentally and physically, I hope that I'm just where I am fully happy and proud of myself, in a sense.
After hearing everybody's response, I do want to add that, when I was saying earlier, look around you. Like also knowing that the only person that really got you, no matter what, in every scenario in life, is Allah. I think that's like the biggest thing too, is like knowing that regardless of everything that happened to you, who stuck by you, Allah. Like that's
and with Allah's,
it was just the quietness and the weirdness, like it threw me off for a second.
Yeah.
And with Allah's will, there's a way.
Ahmed Rahal. Shout out to Ahmed Rahal. We got to get him on the show, inshallah. Moti, a legend for that one. So, before Sal answers his, I just want to say I hope that my future self, inshallah, that I mean, if this were to happen, basically something like, you've trusted the process, now enjoy the fruits of your labor. Trust the process. That's like my mindset. Like every day, I know, it's a joke that we, pretty much that we heard from, the Sixers and our cousins, but it's actually a great line. You really do got to trust the process. It's not easy. I don't think anything will ever come easy to any Muslim, Yemeni people. We are the underdogs in everything that we do. So we have to trust the process. Like that's the only option for us, Nothing's going to come easy. So, I just hope that letter would say, you've trusted the process. Now enjoy the fruits of your labor. Saleh, what would you want to see a letter from your future self telling you?
I want to see we did it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see a letter say that, be patient, you get what you want. Got a grade, you get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You listen, you get what you want.
That boy, Saleh, go ahead and give him a round of applause. Yusuf,
I hope so too.
a letter from your future self, what would you want it for it to see or say?
From my future self, I'd want him to say that I am much better physically and mentally. And when I say mentally, also spiritually as well, with everything, with religion as well. And just continuing to help others, and just for my future self, just making sure they're saying that I'm a lot more resilient.
Yeah,
I can say.
like that.
Nice. Ahmed Rahal said, I'll only come if Salt comes through, inshallah. Congrats for 100 episodes, mashallah, job well done. Thank you, Ahmed Rahal. We appreciate you. Another guy.
Shout out to Ahmed. Great guy.
Yeah, great talker, and also another one of those people that shoots out ideas for us to do for shows. So we always appreciate him. All right, the last and final question before we give our final word is: if you had to define your purpose in one sentence, what would it be, and how does it influence the decisions you make every day in life? So, if you had to define your purpose in one sentence, what would it be, and then how does that pretty much factor in your everyday decisions in life? Moti, let's start off with you on this one.
I know I said this before, but I'm gonna go back to patience. I was never a patient person. I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I was always anxious, always like get it done. Like I was always, I had like this routine every morning, right? Boom, 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 boom. But sometimes things don't go according to what you plan. So with patience, yeah, I've learned to be more patient because with patience, you know, you end up getting what you want. You know, you don't rush it, you know, because I've rushed some things before and I made some mistakes. So, you know, with patience, if I be patient, if I, you know, like you mentioned, trust the process, I'm gonna get what I want, inshallah.
Inshallah. Like that answer. For me, I mean, I'm just going to quickly say this. It's, you know, our duty here is to please Allah, you know, and I'm going to be honest with you. That's something I'm still trying to master. But to have that in the back of my head is already a step forward. And that's the goal with everything that we do, you know, putting everything to the side, you know, and then again, how does that affect my everyday life is, you know, the decisions that I make, you know, so ultimately that's what it's all about. And you know, really, really believing in it. I know saying it, you know, you can just say it, but actually believing in it every single day, everything that you do, it's a process too. It's definitely a process. You know, you can definitely catch yourself, you know, off the right track sometimes, and it happens. But as long as that's in your head, to me, you know, that's kind of my line. And it's, you know, we're here just to please Allah and to, you know, do what we can, and you know, until it's our time, pretty much. So that's kind of my line.
Yeah, ditto. But just to add on to what you just said, is to literally take every challenge, take every lesson, and stay focused at the end goal, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're all going to return to Allah, and that there's a greater life in the afterlife, and that's where we can finally like live happily. So don't try your best to obviously enjoy life, but to keep that and to keep Allah in your mind constantly and live as His slave.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of feel like I'd entered this question a little bit different. I kind of made it like not just purpose within myself, but just in general, like with everyone around. And it was what the way I thought of it was like I was like being lending a supportive and non-judgmental ear and advice to anyone that needs it. I just want to be able to be approachable, and to be able to, like, even if it's a little thing that I say or do to make someone feel more comfortable or happy, or just make someone feel a little bit like they're not alone. I would love to do that. That's my favorite thing, helping others or supporting others, or just, you know, being able to help mentally. That's my favorite thing. Like, I would love to do that all the time.
So, if there was one sentence basically that you would define your purpose in life, what would it be? Like, what would be one sentence that you kind of live by every day?
Just be patient. Just be patient.
That sounds like somebody.
Father, like son.
Hey, as long as he listens, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget.
Yep. Just be grades.
And to keep his grades up.
Yep. Yusuf, one sentence you could define your life about, and what would it be?
To continue helping others to fix your mindset. And when I say that, like, if your mindset is the right mindset, help others for that mindset, pretty much.
What is the right mindset?
The right mindset, you know what the right mindset is. You know the rules in life, and just follow that.
There's sometimes, like, to certain people, like, helping others really gives you a high.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And, you know, again, purpose. You know, what is our ultimate purpose in life? And that's I think that's one of the top things that, you know, that's what it's all about. You know,
you guys have to also make sure you help yourself first. Like, I think that's very important before you help somebody else, because you got to make sure you're good first.
Your cup is filled before you start pouring.
Yeah, because it's always good to help people, trust me, but when you need help, who's going to help you? You know what I'm saying? So you make sure you take care of yourself first before you go help somebody else.
Shout out to Big Bro Moti giving you one last lesson. Again, this was season 3, episode 20, aka episode 100, aka episode 300 of Oz Media's Motivate Me 313 podcast. Well, it's 100 for Motivate Me 313, but this is the 100th episode. 300th episode altogether for Oz Media, from podcast episodes, that is. We appreciate everybody that has been on. First of all, be sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all under Oz Media. Listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. Shout out to all of the sponsors as well. You got Juicebox, Qahwah House, BC Adhesives, Hanley International Academy, Specialty Medical Center. We got the Balkan House, and we're going to give shout outs to Unique Coney Island and Sid B's today as well. We appreciate them. Final words, final comments, going from left to right. Big Sal, what's your final word and final comment, Sal?
Just stay up.
Sal's a funny guy, guys. Sada, final word, final comment.
I hope you guys enjoy every episode that we do, because honestly, we really do it from our heart. We're literally being ourselves right here, non-judgmental, just having a blast. And I hope that we keep on motivating you guys, inspiring you guys, or giving you guys a little laugh.
There you go. Abir.
Thank you guys for being a part of our journey, and stay tuned to everything that will happen in the future.
For me, Friday, March 8th, charity game. Look out for it. More things will be posted. Should be fun, inshallah. Also, speaking of shows that we probably never discussed, I know we didn't, is Displaced Citizens. You know, the guests are going to be Brother Dawood, and I forgot, I don't want to mess up the other guy's name, but long story short, you know, quickly, you know, the topic, very important, very sad that our community, that we allow other people who are from our country to come over here and they have no place to go, and we don't have no center for them. So that's kind of be the main topic for next week. You know, be sure to check that out. Moti, final words, final comment.
Great show. Please, anybody that's listening or watching this podcast, please subscribe, like. You know, it's free. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Support the cause. Also, you know, if you guys want me to join, be the fourth member of their podcast, you know, comment in the comments below. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
So
go.
we can encourage. No, we always vibe together. So it's like,
Yeah.
but then again, I'll be taken away from the guests. But go ahead, man.
All right.
Moti silly. And you know what? Anonymous is CMC, the best running back from the 2000s. Yo, I got ripped on Instagram, Moti. Everybody was ripping me. It was like 30 comments
Seen that.
going hard. You know, listen, I was getting hype on CMC. Listen, the only argument to me is Adrian Peterson. Everyone else, the reason why I just want to quickly say that CMC can bang with anybody. He can run through the tackle. He can run on the outside. But what separates him is I think he's the best pass-catching running back that we've ever had. And so that's why, like, when you accumulate all of it, that's why I put him there. You know, you're talking about all-around running back. I think Adrian Peterson is the best all-around. Like, I'm talking about actual running back. But CMC just brings a whole nother dynamic to it. Moti, what are your thoughts? What's your answer?
I disagree. I think CMC is better than Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was a dog.
Do you put him at 2?
Like, all time?
No, 2000. Since
Oh,
2000.
2000s. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Adrian Peterson's up there, man. People always judge you what happened at the end of the career.
Yeah.
No. Adrian Peterson was a dog. He
Yeah.
was a monster, bro. But CMC he's a dog in running and catching. He's a threat, you know, and he's doing it, you know, for the 49ers, and they have so many weapons. So I think he had like 25 total touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy. So, just to give you all that answer, by the way. So, with that said, thank you all for watching. This was, again, the 100th episode. We're going to just keep things like normal now, you know, keep things rolling. We might keep these up unless everyone want to take them off.
No. They could stay for a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to stay just to let people know that, you know, we reached a milestone, and then whenever they fall off, I guess.
No, I'll take them down.
Okay, eventually.
Oh my God, this is so
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Be safe. And again, look out for that charity game. You know, come support. It should be, you know, charity is going to Yemen and Palestine. So going for a great cause.